listen to the show when he's
texting to do.
Oh, geez, that is what you were implying
today, Rock.
Yeah, Eric's very upset.
No,
He's very emotional. He's very upset. I don't understand why.
Well, look, there was a couple of things today, Steve.
Is this why you want to leave the studio?
Not necessarily your fault, but the way you handled it could have been done better. This morning, guys were talking about we should have had the con clip for Ricardo Montalban's death. I spent the good portion of that morning trying to find a computer that would play the DVD because we brought in Rathacon, and 3 different computers had problems reading it or recording it. So I go, Steve, what am I supposed to do? We can't pull this. Oh, send me an email and we'll take care of it. How does that get it on the air?
Because I had to go. I pulled the clip off the fucking YouTube.
No,
I had to find it.
All right, but you pulled the one drop where you yelled con.
Yeah, I understand that.
And also referenced the funeral.
I understand.
That would have been good to have. And the part about putting the insects in the...
I can't fix those computers, dude. I can't. What would you like me to do?
Find one that worked.
I don't think any of them fucking work. That's
okay,
the
but sending an email and not getting the audio for that particular segment doesn't help.
Would you like me to magically extract the audio from the from the DVD? I can't do it.
You can use a computer. You don't have to use magic.
Yeah, thanks. Very constructive. If we don't have a computer that works, I have to get it documented, and I have to send it off to somebody.
Hold your thought, because Sean in Jersey wants in. Sean, yes.
Yes, if Steve's girl's been sick for a while and he got the cold from his girl, how from the same strain is his a 24-hour cold?
Oh, and she's been sick for a while. That's a good one.
I have a very resilient immune system.
Steve, you just gotta... No one gives a shit if people take a day here and there, but you can't use the cold excuse and then come in the next day without a sniffle.
I have...
Because then you're playing right into these guys' hands.
Well, I play right into everybody's hands every day. It's simply a matter of which way the fucking wind is blowing.
Most of us don't know much about medical crap, but we do know a cold is a good 7 to 10 days easy.
Yeah.
Or at least 2.
Almost every single time.
Or at least 2.
Or at least 2. Back to you, Rock. E-Rock.
So there was that issue, and the Jeremy Piven audio. Stumpbrain had come in and said, hey, they're going to have Jeremy Piven coming up on Good Morning America. Can you watch it and, see if we can use it?
Yeah, because Mike and I have been talking about it up to that point.
Okay, but Mike came and approached me about this. So they go through commercials. It comes on. I'm watching the interview. I'm taking notes. You show up out of nowhere and go, hey, we should get this audio, as I'm standing by the television watching and listening to it. And then I go, I'm doing that right now, Steve. And you looked at me and then just kind of rolled back into the office. Then you came back out towards the end of the interview, stood in front of me, got real close to the television, and was watching in awe as he was talking about how he was sick.
What's the problem with that?
I was doing something!
What the fuck were you doing?
Taking notes for the interview!
And me standing in front of you prevents that? Your ears shut off when I stand in front of you?
You took the remote, you stood over there, and was adjusting the volume while I was sitting at the desk.
I didn't touch the remote.
Steve, you did.
No, I didn't.
The volume went down on the television as you went closer to it, and all I'm hearing is the show instead of the interview.
He's like, I didn't do that.
It's a brilliant strategy, just to deny everything.
He was turning down the volume so he could win his argument with Jeremy Piven.
Piven and I were engaged in a heated debate, and I had to get my point across.
Okay, but you could have waited till I was done taking the notes and the interview was over.
Mr. Piven is a busy man, and I had to win the argument.
Okay, but there was a show going on, and I needed to cut the interview
But he was
off.
on a tight schedule.
It's on TV, Steve. It was a one-way conversation. You can't have a two-way
it was
conversation with a television.
It was real.
Everybody knows that.
No, it was real.
Even if you're sick.
It was real.
It was just frustration, Steve.
It was real.
So, do we play any of these Jeremy Piven clips?
He just sounds like a whiny
I think now we
douchebag.
have to kind of play at least 1 or 2.
Really?
Just so we know what the whole to-do is about.
Yeah.
What are the best ones?
I don't know. Let's we'll start with this.
Mercury Point, too much fish?
Yeah.
Sushi defense here? What is it? Is it true?
It is true, and I felt the same way. I had no reference for it whatsoever. The first week of rehearsal, I started feeling a certain kind of fatigue I had no reference for. I went to the doctor. He tested everything. He said, there's nothing wrong with you. We're going to get your heavy metals in. They came back. They were 6 times what the average person has.
Heavy metals.
Yeah, he's got some, he just, was wanted out of Broadway.
You think?
Yes. Should have said he had a cold for a day.
Would have gotten him out of 1 performance, though. Mercury gets you out of a lot.
A lot of
I have mercury poisoning.
You should buy a BlackBerry.
Why is that, Sam? Because I really don't understand what you're getting at. What would that be, Sam?
I don't know. I know people. I'm not going to mention any names, but there are people who use their BlackBerry to get out of like the responsibilities of their job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How would they do that? That sounds crazy.
Well, they could scroll through it. They could look for pretend emails and stuff like that. Some people, I don't know.
Oh my dear sweet Jesus.
Some people, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
More Jeremy Piven.
So it's just fatigue, other things? At one point you were talking about not being able to remember the lines. What other things?
So at the beginning, that's what it was, and it progressed to the point where that final Sunday, I had problems spatially. I was losing my balance and my memory. The lights were too bright. I couldn't get enough oxygen. I ended up kind of passing out in my place when I got home. I ended up in the hospital for 3 days.
Is this a real thing? Let's get Dr. Steve on the phone.
Yeah.
The mercury
Does he know anything
I've
about
heard about the
mercury
mercury
poisoning?
thing.
He's never been there.
You gotta be careful. How much sushi do you have to eat to get this mercury thing?
Don't worry, I heard it.
Was it good?
I didn't know he's talking about me and my trip to Bombtown.
Bombtown. You guys want Steve to leave now? Because he's not going to leave unless you guys are done beating him up.
I wasn't beating up Steve.
Just saying. You rock anything else, Dad?
No, I was just pointing out the obvious.
Well, how come I feel like you were a little mean to Steve?
Yeah, why so mean to Steve?
Just a frustrating morning. Stuff wasn't working. People standing in the way of doing what you were supposed to be doing and then tell you should be doing what you were supposed to be doing.
Don't call Steve stuff.
Oh, stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
All right. Steve, go mop up.
Thank you.
What is that about? Come on.
Oh, Jesus.
You're among friends. You can talk. What are you doing?
You're
You
my
know what?
friend.
What are you doing?
If
For
I
real.
if I was on the supplements, I'd say it, but I'm not.
But, you know, this is fun little, like, let's make fun of Steve, but that is a real thing going on.
I
No one
sweat.
sweats like that. Your hair's wet.
Yeah.
Roland used to.
That's true. You know what? Roland did used to sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a new thing with him. Roland always sweated.
Roland always looked like he was in a customs line with something shoved in his ass.
What are you on?
Nothing. This is, if I had to guess, a byproduct of that surgery I have. It's just, my body just
That was
doesn't
years
process.
ago.
I know, but it doesn't go away. My stomach is still
I've
fine.
never seen you sweat like this, ever.
I honestly
Even in the
wish I
summer,
could tell you.
my friend. Even in the summer.
I wish I could tell you. But the honest, the God truth is, I'm not on any pills or supplements or anything, and I just, all the time.
Do you have a cold?
Yes, I do. Thank you for asking.
It's a fever.
Might be a cold.
Yes, I'm very feverish. Thank you, Sam.
It's
Oh,
ready to
wait,
drip
it's
again.
gone.
Yeah, I know.
It's
See?
ready to drip
Yeah,
again.
I know. And it happens all the time, and I don't know why.
You look like Gary Glitter at his sentencing.
Did he do something wrong?
Not in my eyes.
Thank you.